Hi friends, in this session we discuss trigonometric functions of a complex variable. The sine and cosine functions of a complex variable set are defined by means of the equation cos z is equal to e raised to I z plus e raised to minus I z by 2 and sin z is equal to e raised to I z minus e raised to minus I z by 2i. Being the linear combinations of the entire functions e raised to I z and e raised to minus I z, the sine and cosine functions are entire, that is analytic everywhere. First we have to prove the trigonometric identities. 2 sin z1 cos z1 is equal to sin z1 plus z2 plus sin z1 minus z2. That is 2 sin z1 into cos z2 is equal to, I have to prove 2 sin z into cos z2 is equal to sin z1 plus z2 sin z1 plus z2 plus sin z1 minus z2. Here I have a solution, that is 2 sin z1 cos z2 is equal to, that is 2 sin z1 cos z2. I can write in terms of exponential functions as 2 into, we know sin z1, that is e raised to I z1 minus e raised to minus I z1 by 2i into cos z2 I can write as e raised to I z2 plus e raised to minus I z2 by 2. This is in terms of exponential functions. That is, this I can write as, by multiplying I can write it as e raised to I z1 e raised to I z2 plus e raised to I z1 into e raised to minus I z2 minus e raised to I z1 into e raised to I z2 minus e raised to I z2 into e raised to minus I z2 divided by 2i. That is, by merely just multiplying these terms, corresponding terms, divided by 2i, which is equal to, which I can write as e raised to I into z1 plus z2 I have to prove this is equal to sin z1 plus z2 plus sin z1 minus z2. So, by multiplying this I can write it is equal to e raised to I into z1 plus z2 minus e raised to minus I into z1 plus z2 divided by 2i. This is my first term, plus next term is e raised to I into z1 minus z2 e raised to I into z1 minus z2 minus e raised to minus I into z1 minus z2 divided by 2i. So, actually e raised to I into z1 plus z2 minus e raised to minus I into z1 plus z2 by 2i is nothing but what? Sin z1 plus z2. Thus, I can write as sin z1 plus z2. Also, this is of course what? E raised to I into z1 minus, only difference here it is z1 plus z2, here it is z1 minus z2. So, this is equal to sin z1 plus z2 plus I plus sin, here it is z1 minus z2. So, we got what? Sin z1 plus z2 plus sin z1 minus z2. This is the first example. Next, we have some trigonometric identities, that is sin minus z is equal to minus sin z, cos minus z is equal to cos z, sin z1 plus z2 is equal to sin z1 cos z2 plus cos z1 sin z2. cos Z1 plus Z2 is equal to cos Z1 cos Z2 minus sin Z1 sin Z2, and cos square Z plus sin square Z is equal to 1. Sin 2Z is equal to 2 sin Z cos Z. Cos 2Z is equal to cos square Z minus sin square Z, and sin Z plus pi by 2 is equal to cos Z. Here we have proved some of the properties above and the other leaving as an exercise. That is, first one, we have what? Sine of minus Z, right? Sine of minus Z is equal to, we got it as minus sin Z. That is, this we can write as, using that exponential definition, I can write as e raised to I minus Z minus e raised to minus I minus Z divided by 2I, which is equal to e raised to, here I have e raised to I into minus Z. So, I can write as e raised to minus I Z minus e raised to, minus and minus get cancelled. So, it is minus e raised to I Z divided by 2I. So, I am taking minus outside. So, it becomes minus into e raised to I Z minus e raised to minus I Z by 2I, which is equal to what? Here we know e raised to I Z minus e raised to minus I Z is nothing but what? Sin Z. So, it becomes what? Minus sin Z. So, this is our first property. The next one, it is similar. For the third one, we use the identity that is proved in example 1, that 2 sin Z1 cos Z2 is equal to sin Z1 plus Z2 plus sin Z1 minus Z2. That is, interchanging Z1 and Z2 in the identity, we obtain, that is, we change the role of Z1 and Z2, we have 2 sin Z2 cos Z1, which is equal to sin, actually it is Z1 plus Z2, we are interchanging it. So, it is Z2 plus Z1 plus sin, instead of Z1 minus Z2, we have Z2 minus Z1. That is, we have 2 into sin Z2 cos Z1 is equal to sin Z2 plus Z1 plus sin minus Z1 minus Z2. That is, here I am taking minus outside. So, it becomes minus of Z1 minus Z2. That is, 2 into sin Z2 cos Z1 is equal to 2 into sin Z2 cos Z1, which is equal to sin Z2 plus Z1 plus, I have taken this minus outside. So, it becomes, here I have minus sin what? Z1 minus Z2. Mark it as equation number 2. Adding our first equation and second equation, we obtained 2 sin Z1 plus Z2 is equal to 2 into sin Z1 cos Z2 plus cos Z1 sin Z2. That is, 2 sin Z1 plus Z2 is equal to 2 sin, here 2 is common for these two terms. So, take a bracket here. So, it is 2 into sin Z1 cos Z2 plus cos Z1 sin Z2. Hence, we have sin Z1 plus Z2 is equal to sin Z1 cos Z2 plus cos Z1 sin Z2. That is, this 2 and 2 get cancelled, or you can take 2 into this side, 2 and 2 get cancelled. So, we have sin Z1 plus Z2 is equal to sin Z1 cos Z2 plus cos Z1 sin Z2. Hence, this equation, mark it as equation number 3, that is sin Z1 plus Z2, sin Z1 cos Z2 plus cos Z1 sin Z2. This is equation number 3. So, this is our next identity. Next we have the identity differentiation identity 3 with respect to Z1. We obtain cos Z1 plus Z2 is equal to cos Z1 cos Z2 minus sin Z1 sin Z2. Now, putting Z1 is equal to Z, that is for getting the fifth identity, putting Z1 is equal to Z and Z2 is equal to minus Z in the fourth identity, we obtain cos Z minus Z is equal to, that is cos Z minus Z, which is equal to cos Z into cos minus Z minus sin Z into sin minus Z. That is, here we have cos 0 Z minus Z, it is 0, cos 0 is equal to cos Z into cos Z. We know cos of minus Z is equal to cos Z itself. So, it is cos Z into cos Z minus sin Z into sinus minus Z, sin Z into sin of minus Z. That is 1 is equal to, we know cos 0 is equal to 1. So, 1 is equal to cos square Z plus sin square Z. Here we have sin of minus Z, we know it is minus sin Z. So, here it becomes plus sin, that is plus sin square Z, that is cos square Z plus sin square Z is equal to 1. Next identity, that is by putting Z1 is equal to Z2 is equal to Z. In our third identity, we obtain sin 2Z is equal to 2 sin Z cos Z. That is sin 2Z is equal to what? 2 sin Z, 2 sin Z cos Z. That is by putting Z1 and Z2 both is equal to Z in identity number 3. Next we have expansions for sin Ix and cos Ix. According to the definition of sin Z, we can write sin Z is equal to e raised to Iz minus e raised to minus Iz by 2i, which is equal to, I can write it as e raised to I into, instead of Z I can write it as x plus Iy. So, e raised to I into x plus Iy minus e raised to minus I into, again we have Z. So, replace it as x plus Iy divided by 2i, which is equal to e raised to I into x minus y minus e raised to I into x plus y by 2i, which is equal to 1 by 2i into e raised to ix into e raised to minus y minus e raised to minus ix into e raised to minus y. No, e raised to y itself. Here we have e raised to minus y. So, it is which is equal to e raised to ix into e raised to minus y minus e raised to minus ix into e raised to y, which is equal to 1 by 2i e raised to minus y into, I am expanding e raised to ix, which is equal to cos x plus I sin x minus, this is my e raised to ix. So, e raised to minus y into cos x plus I sin x minus, next term e raised to y into, here I have e raised to minus ix, which is equal to cos x minus I sin x. So, which I can write as, which is equal to sin x into, it is sin x into e raised to y plus e raised to minus y by 2. Plus I into cos x into what remains, e raised to y minus e raised to minus y by 2. That is what, which is equal to sin x into, this is what, this is our cos hy. So, I can write this is equal to sin x into cos hy, that is hyperbolic function, plus I into cos x into sin hy, using definition of the hyperbolic sine and hyperbolic cosine of real values. That is, sin z is equal to sin x cos hy plus I into cos x sin hy, equation number 1. Also, using property 3, this is equation number 1. Also, property 3, we have sin z is equal to sin x plus iy, which is equal to sin x into cos iy plus cos x into sin iy. That is, I can write sin z is equal to sin into x plus iy, which is equal to sin x into cos iy plus cos x into sin iy. Mark it as equation number 2. As LHS of 1 and 2 are the same, we can equate RHS of 1 and 2 also. That is, we obtain cos iy is equal to cos hy and sin iy is equal to, here we can use brackets, sin iy is equal to what, I sin hy, using these two equations. Cos iy is equal to cos hy and sin iy is equal to I sin hy, equation number 3. Where y is a real number also. Hence, from 2, for z is equal to x plus iy, we obtain sin z is equal to sin x cos hy plus cos x sin hy, equation number 4. In a similar way, we have cos z is equal to cos x cos hy minus I into sin x sin hy, equation number 5. Next, we have some remarks. The other 4 trigonometric functions are defined in terms of the cosine and sine functions. A specific value of z0 for which f of z0 is equal to 0 is called a zero of a given function f. The zeros of the sine and cosine functions of complex variables are real. In fact, sin z is equal to 0 if and only if z is equal to that is, sin z is equal to 0 when, if and only if z is equal to n pi. This n varies from 0 plus or minus 1 plus or minus 2 etc. Similarly, we have cos z is equal to 0 if and only if z is equal to n plus 1 by 2 pi. Cos z is equal to 0 where z is equal to n plus 1 by 2 pi. Here also n varies from, of course, 0 plus or minus 1 plus or minus 2 etc. Next, we have to show that e raised to I z is equal to cos z plus I sin z for any complex number set. Next example, that is e raised to I z is equal to cos z plus I sin z. We know that for any complex number set, I can write cos z is equal to e raised to I z plus e raised to minus I z by 2 and sin z is equal to e raised to I z minus e raised to minus I z by 2i. Hence, I have cos z plus I sin z is equal to which is equal to e raised to I z plus e raised to minus I z by 2 plus I into expansion of sin z, that is e raised to I z minus e raised to minus I z by 2i. This is equal to what? E raised to I z. Next, we have to establish the following identities. First identity is 2 into sin z1 plus z2 into sin z1 minus z2 is equal to cos 2 z2 minus cos 2 z1. This is my first identity. Next is 2 cos z1 plus z2 into sin z1 minus z2 is equal to sin 2 z1 minus sin 2 z2. That is, next one is 2 cos z1 plus z2 into sin z1 minus z2 is equal to sin 2 z2 minus, no, it is sin 2 z1 minus sin 2 z2. Second identity. We have sin z1 plus z2 is equal to sin z1 cos z2 plus cos z1 sin z2, that we know. So, sin z1 minus z2 is equal to sin z1 minus z2 can be written as sin z1 cos z2 minus cos z1 sin z2, and 2 into sin z1 plus z2 into sin z1 minus z2 can be written as which is equal to 2 into sin square z1 into cos square z2 minus cos square z1 into sin square z2. Which is equal to, which I can write as 2 into 1 minus cos square z1, 1 minus cos square z1, here I have another bracket cos square z1, what remains? Cos square z2 remains into cos square z2 minus cos square z1 into 1 minus cos square z2. Which is equal to 2 times what we get, cos square z2 minus cos square z1. Which is equal to, which I can again write it as, which is equal to 2 into cos square z2 minus cos square z1 can be written as 2 into 1 plus cos 2 z2 by 2 1 plus cos 2 z2 by 2 minus what? 1 minus cos 2 z1 by 2. Here cos square z1 I can write it as 1 minus cos 2 z1 by 2, which is equal to cos 2 z2 minus cos 2 z1. That is cos 2 z2 minus cos 2 z1. That is we have to prove what? First identity is 2 sin z1 plus z2 into sin z1 minus z2 is equal to cos 2 z2 minus cos 2 z1. In a similar way, we obtain the next one also. We have some results. First result is sin modulus of sin a z whole square, not whole square, sin a z square, modulus of sin a z square, which is equal to sin square ax plus sin h square ay. This is the first result, that is modulus of, that is actually it is modulus of sin a into z, I can write it as x plus iy, a into x plus iy, that is modulus of a into x plus iy square is equal to sin square ax plus sin h square ay. Here it is the same, sin square ax plus sin h square ay. Next of course, modulus of cos az whole square, which is equal to cos square ax plus sin h square ay. This is our first result. Next result is modulus of cos az square, which is equal to cos square ax plus sin h square ay. That is here like this, here we can write cos a into, instead of z, x plus iy. So, it is cos a into x plus iy square is equal to cos square ax plus sin h square ay. Next result is sin z plus 2 pi. This is nothing but what? Sin z itself. We have proof also. We know that sin z is equal to sin x cos hy plus I cos x sin hy. Hence, I can write modulus of sin z square, which is equal to sin z into conjugate of sin z, that is sin z bar, which is equal to, we know sin z and sin z bar, that is sin x cos hy plus I into cos x sin hy, that is our sin z, and sin z bar is equal to sin x cos hy minus I into cos x sin hy, which is equal to on expanding this we have, which is equal to sin square x cos h square y plus cos square x sin h square y, which is equal to sin square x into 1 plus sin h square y. I can write cos h square y as 1 plus sin h square y plus cos square x into sin h square y. No change for this term. That is cos h square y, I can write it as 1 plus sin h square y. This is equal to sin square x plus sin square x into sin h square y plus cos square x into sin h square y. That is multiplying that is I am taking this sin square x into the into this bracket. So, it becomes sin square x plus sin square x into sin h square y plus cos square x into sin h square y, which is equal to sin square x plus sin square x plus sin square x into sin h square y plus cos square x into sin h square y. Noting that Az is equal to Ax plus Iay, the above yields modulus of sin Az square, which is equal to sin square Ax plus sin h square Ay. Next we have derivatives, that is d by dz of sin z. D by dz of sin z is equal to, we can write, change the sin z in terms of exponential function, that is d by dz of e raised to I z minus e raised to minus I z by 2i, that is d by dz of, we know sin z in terms of exponential function e raised to I z minus e raised to minus I z by 2i. Here 2i is a constant, so we can take outside. So, it becomes, which is equal to 1 by 2i d by dz of this function e raised to I z minus e raised to minus I z, which is equal to, that is term by term differentiation, that is d by dz of e raised to I z minus d by dz of e raised to minus I z, which is equal to 1 by 2i into I e raised to I z minus I into e raised to minus I z, which is equal to, I am taking this I outside. So, it becomes I by 2i into, what remains, e raised to I z plus e raised to minus I z. So, this is equal to e raised to I z plus e raised to minus I z by 2, that is I and I become cancel. So, which is equal to what, cos z. Similarly, we have d by dz of cos z is equal to minus sin z. That is d by dz, derivative of sin z is equal to cos z and derivative of cos z is equal to minus sin z. Next we have separation into real and imaginary parts. We have an example. Separate into real and imaginary part the expansion sin alpha plus beta I. We have to separate the real and imaginary part. We have sin alpha plus beta I. This is equal to sin alpha, expanding sin a plus b form, that is sin alpha cos beta I plus cos alpha sin beta I, which is equal to sin alpha into, I am changing this term in terms of exponential term, that is e raised to beta plus e raised to minus beta by 2 plus cos alpha into, of course, I am changing this also sin beta I terms as e raised to minus beta minus e raised to beta by 2i. Here I have, in the denominator it is 2i. This is equal to sin alpha, that is, which is equal to sin alpha into e raised to beta plus e raised to minus beta by 2 plus I into cos alpha into e raised to beta minus e raised to minus beta by 2. That is what? This is equal to sin alpha into cos h beta plus cos plus I into cos alpha into sin h beta. So, I have separated separated a real and imaginary part of the expression sin alpha plus beta I. Next, we have to separate tan alpha plus beta I into its real and imaginary parts. That is tan alpha plus beta I. We have tan alpha plus beta I, that is we know tan is equal to sin by cos. So, tan alpha plus beta is equal to sin alpha plus beta I by cos alpha plus beta I. This is equal to, again using the identity, we have in the numerator 2 sin alpha plus beta I into cos alpha minus beta I. Divided by 2 into cos alpha plus beta I into cos alpha minus beta I. This is equal to sin 2 alpha plus sin 2 beta I by cos 2 alpha plus cos 2 beta I, which is equal to sin 2 alpha plus sin h 2 beta divided by cos 2 alpha plus cos h 2 beta. That is, let tan alpha plus beta is equal to x plus yi, so that tan alpha minus beta I is equal to x minus iy. That is, x is equal to 1 by 2 times tan alpha plus beta I plus tan alpha minus beta I. This we can write as sin alpha plus beta I into cos alpha minus beta I plus cos alpha plus beta I into sin alpha minus beta I divided by 2 cos alpha plus beta I into cos alpha minus beta I, which is equal to that we can write, that is x is equal to, x here I have taken, it is 1 by 2 times tan alpha plus beta I plus tan alpha minus beta I. This 1 by 2 is common for these two terms, which is equal to what? Sin 2 alpha by cos 2 alpha plus cos 2 beta I. On simplification, we get sin 2 alpha by cos 2 alpha plus cos 2 beta I, which is again, which is equal to what? Sin h 2 alpha divided by cos 2 alpha plus cos h 2 beta. Also, this is our x. Also, y is equal to 1 by 2 I times, here it is 1 by 2 times real part, y is equal to 1 by 2 I times tan alpha plus beta I plus, sorry, here it is minus tan alpha minus beta I. So, this is equal to 1 by 2 I times sin alpha plus beta I cos alpha minus beta I minus cos alpha plus beta I into sin alpha minus beta I divided by cos alpha plus beta I into cos alpha minus beta I, which is equal to, which I can write as 1, which is equal to 1 by I times sin 2 beta I by cos 2 alpha plus cos 2 beta I. Actually, here no need of brackets, we can write directly it as 1 by I into sin 2 beta I by cos 2 alpha plus cos 2 beta I, which is equal to, again this I can write as, which is equal to what, sin h2 beta divided by cos 2 alpha plus what, cos h 2 beta. Hence, tan alpha plus beta I is equal to sin 2 alpha plus I sin 2h2 beta divided by cos 2 alpha plus cos h2 beta. Next also we have to separate real and imaginary parts of the expression cos h alpha plus beta I. That is cos h alpha plus beta I. We have cos h alpha plus beta I can be written as e raised to alpha plus beta I plus e raised to minus alpha minus beta I by 2. That is, we are taking hyperbolic functions into exponential functions, which I can write as, which is equal to e raised to alpha into e raised to I beta plus e raised to minus alpha into e raised to minus beta I. This is equal to, here we have divided by 2. Okay. This is equal to e raised to, no, it is whole divided by 2, which is equal to e raised to alpha into, I am expanding e raised to I beta as cos beta plus I sin beta plus e raised to minus alpha into cos beta minus I sin beta divided by 2, which is equal to cos beta into e raised to alpha plus e raised to minus alpha plus next term sin term plus I sin beta into, what is in the bracket, e raised to alpha minus e raised to minus alpha, e raised to alpha minus e raised to minus alpha whole divided by 2. That is, which is equal to what, cos beta into cos h alpha plus I sin beta into sin h alpha. That is cos beta into sin cos h alpha. This is cos h alpha plus I into sin beta into, what is this, that is sin h alpha. This is the expansion of sin h alpha. So, it is equal to cos beta cos h alpha plus I sin beta sin h alpha. Next we have, if sin a plus ib is equal to x plus iy, we have to show that x square by cos h square b plus y square by sin h square b is equal to 1. One more, x square by sin square a minus y square by cos square a is equal to 1. That is, first one is what x square by cos h square b plus y square by sin h square b is equal to 1. This is our first question. Next one, x square by, here we have hyperbolic functions, x square by sin square a minus y square by cos square a is equal to again 1. This we have to prove. It is given that sin a plus ib is equal to x plus iy, that is sin a cos ib plus cos a sin ib it is better to take this inside a bracket. So, sin a cos ib plus cos a sin ib is equal to, I can write it as x plus iy, that is sin a cos hb plus I into cos a sin hb is equal to x plus iy. Equating real and imaginary part, we get x is equal to that is the real part sin a cos hb and the imaginary part, that is y is equal to cos a sin hb. That is, we are equating the real and imaginary part. That is, x square by cos h square b plus y square by sin h square b is equal to x square by cos h square b plus y square by sin h square b, which is equal to sin square a cos h square b by this cos h square b plus we have the y term as cos square a sin h square b by sin h square b. Y term is cos square a sin h square b by sin h square b, which is equal to sin square a plus cos square a, which is equal to 1. And also x square by sin square a minus y square by cos square a is equal to sin square a into, similar way, sin square a into cos h square b by cos h square b minus cos square a into sin h square b by sin h square b, which is equal to cos h square b minus sin h square b, which is again equal to 1. Next example, if sin theta plus I phi, sin theta plus I phi is equal to r cos alpha plus I sin alpha, the question is to prove that r square equal to 1 by 2 into cos h 2 phi minus cos 2 theta. Next one is tan alpha is equal to tan h phi cot theta. Once again, first one we have to prove is r square is equal to 1 by 2 into cos h 2 phi minus cos 2 theta. And the next we have to prove is tan alpha is equal to tan h phi into cot theta. This we have to prove. It is given that sin theta plus I phi is equal to r cos alpha plus I sin alpha. That is, we have to expand sin theta plus I phi as sin theta cos I phi, that I will write, that is sin theta cos I phi plus I cos theta sin phi sin I phi is equal to r cos alpha plus I r sin alpha. That is sin theta into cos h phi plus I into cos theta into sin h phi is equal to r cos alpha plus I r sin alpha. That is, equating real and imaginary part, we get r cos alpha is equal to what? R cos alpha is equal to sin theta into cos h phi. That is, we are equating these two. That is, r cos alpha is equal to sin theta cos h phi. Mark it as equation number 1. And also r sin phi, that is, we are equating the imaginary parts, is equal to cos theta into sin h phi. Equation number 2. Squaring and adding, that is equation number 1 square plus 2 square. 1 follows as r square is equal to sin square theta cos h square phi plus cos square theta sin h square phi. That is equal to which is equal to 1 minus cos square theta into cos h square phi plus cos square theta into sin h square phi, which is equal to cos h square phi minus cos square theta, that is taking cos square theta outside, cos square theta into cos h square phi minus sin h square phi. So, this is equal to what? 1 by 2 times 1 plus cos h 2 phi cos h 2 phi minus 1 by 2 times 1 plus cos 2 theta. This again on simplification, we can write it as 1 by 2 into cos 2 phi here it is not cos 2 phi, cos h 2 phi, hyperbolic function. It is cos h 2 phi minus cos 2 theta. That is, which is equal to 1 by 2 times cos h 2 phi minus cos 2 theta. For the next one, equation number 2 divides 1. we will give the second result also. So, here we have discussed trigonometric functions and we have go through so many examples to find the real and separating the real and imaginary parts also. So, see you next time. Till then, take care.